وما تأتيهم من آيات ربهم إلا كانوا عنها معرضين وإذا قيل لهم أنفقوا مما رزقكم الله قال الذين كفروا للذين آمنوا أنطعم من لو يشاء الله أطعمه إن أنتم إلا في ضلال مبين ويقولون متى هذا الوعد إن كنتم صادقين ويقولون متى هذا الوعد إن كنتم صادقين ما ينظرون إلا صيحة واحدة تأخذهم وهم يخصمون فلا يستطيعون توصية ولا إلى أهلهم يرجعون ونفخ في الصور فإذا هم من الأجداث إلى ربهم ينسلون قالوا يا ويلنا من بعثنا من مرقدنا هذا ما وعد الرحمن وصدق المرسلون إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم جميع لدينا محضرون فاليوم لا تظلم نفس شيئا ولا تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون إن أصحاب الجنة اليوم في شغل فاكهون هم وأزواجهم في ظلال على أرائك متكئون لهم فيها فاكهة ولهم ما يدعون سلام قولا من رب رحيم وامتازوا اليوم أيها المجرمون ألم أهد إليكم يا بني آدم أن لا تعبدوا الشيطان ألم أهد إليكم يا بني آدم أن لا تعبدوا الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين وأن اعبدوني هذا صراط مستقيم ولقد أزل منكم جبلا كثيرا أفلم تكونوا تعقلون هذه جهنم التي كنتم توعدون اصلوها اليوم بما كنتم تكفرون اليوم نختم على أفواههم وتكلمنا أيديهم وتشهد أرجلهم بما كانوا يكسبون صدق الله العلي العظيم اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرج مولانا صاحب العصر والزمان أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Today, the 21st of Ramadan, the Shahadat day for Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib, Amir al-Mu'mineen. We say to Imam Zamanana, Zaman Allah hujurakum wajurana, bi Shahadat Maulana and Jaddana, Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhim as-salam. Continuation of Surah Yasin from ayat 45 to 65. Inshallah, our goal is to finish this surah by the end of Ramadan, and inshallah, maybe if Allah wishes, we also continue and finish Surah Ar-Rahman also. And we give it as a gift to Imam al-Zamanana and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through Imam al-Zamanana that inshallah the Shafa'at al-Mawla is included for us and all the marhumeen, the parents, my parents and everybody's parents have passed away. Inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives them some barakat from بحق Quran, بحق Mawla Ali alayhi salam. Sadaq Allahu al-Ali al-Azim.
Inshallah, we continue with Hussein for Marcia.
بل محمد وآل محمد صلوات اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل. For the love of the Holy Prophet and his holy family, please recite the second salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. For the reappearance of our awaited Savior, please recite the third salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. اے دریو رحلت ہے در کی یہ شب ہے بے وارثی آل پیغمبر کی یہ شب ہے اے ماتمیوں رو کے محشر کی یہ شب ہے لو واقع فاتح خیبر کی یہ شب ہے کل مومنوں کے سر سے ید اللہ اٹھے گا تابوت جناب اسد اللہ اٹھے تابوت جناب اسد اللہ اٹھے گا لو مومنوں تم ہو گئے بے وارث و والی لو دوستو ہے تم سے ودائے شہیالی کل صبح وہ چلائیں گے حیدر کے موالی آج احمد مختار کی مسند ہوئی خالی آج احمد مختار کی مسند ہوئی خالی ٹکڑے کیے زہرا نے گریباں کفن کے کوئی نہ رہا سر پہ حسین اور حسن کوئی نہ رہا سر پہ حسین اور حسن کے مسجد میں ستمگار نے کعبے کو گرایا بے قدر شب قدر کا کچھ دھیان نہ لایا محراب میں قندیل امامت کو بجھایا سیدانیوں کو عید کے نزدیک رلا سیدانیوں کو عید کے نزدیک رلا یا درداش لولاک کے داماد کو مارا فریاد کے جبریل کے استاد کو مارا فریاد کے جبریل کے استاد کو مارا اب واقعہ شیر خدا کرتا ہوں تحریر قاتل کو پکڑ لائے جو ہے شب بروشب بیر مشکے تھی بندھی کانپتا تھا خوف سے بے پیر لعنت کی طرح تیغ تھی قاتل کے گلو گیر رحم آ گیا ظالم کے لرزنے علی کو فرمایا میرے آگے سے سرکاؤ شقی فرمایا میرے آگے سے سرکاؤ شقی کو جب لے چلے قاتل کو تو بولے شہ ابرار یہ دشمنی ہے شیر خدا ہے سگ مکار اس ماہ مبارک میں کیا ظلم جفاکار کیا تیری امامت کالی تھا نہ سزا وار کی شرم نہ محبوب خدا سے نہ خدا سے لے دیکھ یہ روتے ہیں پیغمبر کے نوا یہ دیکھ لے دیکھ یہ روتے ہیں پیغمبر کے نوا سے تھا ساتھ مسجد کوفہ سے سراسر گھر لے چلے سبتین نبی شے کو اٹھا کر تھے گرد تو اس لاش کے سب شیعہ حیدر فرزند یتیم آ گئے تھے سر ننگے برابر زینب پہ یتیمی کی مصیبت جو پڑی تھی چلاتی تھی سر پیٹتی تھی در پکھڑی چلاتی تھی سر پیٹتی تھی در پکھڑی تھی عباس سے حیدر نے کہا چپکے سے جاؤ ہاں فاطمہ کی بیٹی کو دیوڑی سے ہٹاؤ سمجھاؤ کہ بس عرش خدا کو نہ ہلاؤ راگیروں کو آواز نہ رونے کی سناؤ ایک وقت یہ تھا ایک وہ آفت کی گھڑی تھی رن میں یہی زینب تھی کہ سر ننگے کھڑی رن میں یہی زینب تھی کہ سر ننگے کھڑی تھی یہ کہتے ہی بے چین ہوئے حیدر کرار شبیر کی غربت پہ جگر ہو گیا افگار ایک سمت سے اتنے میں سنانا کئی بار لیٹے تھے اٹھ بیٹھ یہ کرتے ہوئے گفتار کس درد رسیدہ کیے فریاد دو بکا ہے یہ تو میرے عباس کے رونے کی صدا یہ تو میرے عباس کے رونے کی صدا ہے رو کر کہا مولا نے عباس اس کو ہے وسواس کیوں میرا عباس نہیں آتا میرے پاس یہ سن کے پھرے سر کو جھکائے ہوئے عباس اور باندھ کے ہاتھوں کو یہ کی عرض بسد یاس وہ درد ہے مجھ کو کہ افاقہ نہیں بابا ان سب کا ہے آقا میرا آقا نہیں با ان سب کا ہے آقا میرا آقا نہیں بابا فرمایا علی نے کہ نہ رو اے میرے دلدار کیوں روتے ہو جیتا ہے ابھی حیدر کرار بے وارث و والی تمہیں چھوڑوں گا نہ زنہار لو دولت کون ہے تمہیں دیتا ہے غفار اللہ سلامت رکھے مولا کو تمہارے روٹھو نہ بلاتا ہوں میں آقا کو روٹھو نہ بلاتا ہوں میں آقا کو تمہارے پھر رو کے کہا راضیے تقدیر کو لاؤ مظلوم کو لاؤ شہید دلگیر کو لاؤ شم لحد صاحب تطہیر کو لاؤ شبیر کو لاؤ میرے شبیر کو لا شبیر کو لاؤ میرے شبیر کو لاؤ لاؤ سے آفت کا فلک جس پا گرے گا سر جس کا اسی کوفے میں نیزے پا پھرے سر جس کا اسی کوفے میں نیزے پا پھرے گا یہ کہتے ہی شبیر سے غش کرے گئے حیدر اور جانب اللہ ہو پیمبر گئے حیدر دیدار کے پیاسے لبے کوثر گئے حیدر حیدر کے پسر رونے لگے مر گئے ہیں حیدر کے پسر رونے لگے مر گئے حیدر غل پڑ گیا شاہین شہ زیجا سدھارے جنت کو یہاں سے جنت کو جہاں سے اسد اللہ سدھا جنت کو جہاں سے اسد اللہ سدھارے صلوات
پر محمد وآل محمد صلوات اللہم صلی علی محمد وآل محمد ہو گئی آج بے پدر زینب ہو گئی آج بے پدر زینب کم ہے اب روئے جس قدر زینب ہو گئی آج بے پدر زینب آج ہے فرش غم پہ اہل عزا باپ کے غم میں نوح گئے زینب روک لے اپنے آنسوؤں کو ذرا اب تو رونا ہے عمر بھر زینب ہو گئی آج بے پدر زینب دیکھنا ایک دن دکھائے گی شام تجھ کو یہی سحر زینب ابتدا ہے ابھی تو کوفے میں تجھ کو ہونا ہے در بدر زینب مجمع عام ہوگا گلیوں میں اور ہوگی برہنہ سر زینب ہو گئی آج بے پدر زینب तेरे नालों से हो रहा है बपा एक कोहराम फर्श पर ज़ैना सैयदा आ गई है जन्नत से सारा मातम कदा है घर ज़ैना रौनकें उठ रही है दुनिया से जा रहा है तेरा पैदल ज़ैना हो गई आज बेपदर ज़ैना पर मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु
Thank you, Hussein and Mohsen, for beautiful recitations of poetry, and Brother Mustafa for his Quran recitations. Now the children program will start, and next one is our young reciter Lina reciting Surah Asr today. Are you ready, Lina?
Yes.
See you. Okay, you can start.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. Thank you.
Great job, Lina. You did a beautiful recitation of Surah Asr, mashallah. Now I will have next presentation, Izan Zaidi, a presentation of Imam Ali today. Izan, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Izhan Zedi, and today I'll be talking about the leadership skills of Imam Ali. Imam Ali was born on the 13th of Rajab into the Banu Hashim family. The Banu Hashim was a famous family in the Arabian Peninsula. His father was the protector of the Holy Prophet, and his mother was the second woman to accept Islam. Both in Medina and in Mecca, Prophet Muhammad had declared Ali was his brother in this world and in the hereafter. Ali was known for his bravery and alone had killed half the number of all the Meccans who were in the Battle of Badr. We all know about his bravery and piety, but today I want to talk about him as a ruler, a role in which he showed what a true Islamic ruler and government is like. Although he was a caliph for 4 years and had to fight several battles and deal with conspiracies within the Ummah, he showed the world what a true Islamic state is like. Today, I would like to discuss about Imam Ali's famous letter of advice while he was a caliph to the governor of Egypt, Malik al-Ashtar. In this letter, Imam Ali eloquently gives advice to the governor on how to appoint new officials of army, civil services, counselors, judges, and chief justice. Basically, the letter explains how to deal from a common man in his reign to an official. This is a masterpiece that would help an unjust land become just. It could solve world problems. The famous Secretary General of UN, Mr. Kofi Annan, has used Imam Ali's letter during the Declaration of Human Rights. There are many advices that today's leadership can take from this letter. A leader is a servant of God. Imam Ali advised his governor to be humble, God-fearing, and he has no power and he is nothing but a servant of God. Imam Ali advises his governor, Malik, to understand what audience, citizens he was dealing with. When a new leader comes into an organization, people can be a little skeptical towards him. But the true leader has to stay patient and motivated to bring a change. Imam Ali emphasized in his letter on treating people with respect and mercy. Imam Ali says to be forgiving because we all want God to be forgiving towards us. Furthermore, Imam Ali talked about equality, justice, and staying away from negative people that lead to hatred and enmity. Among many advices mentioned in the letter, the most interesting was know that the people consist of classes who prosper only with the help of another, and they are not independent of one another. To explain this, in an organization, everyone has a role to play. All these roles are important. Hence, he talks about team building and promoting everyone to work together. Further, Imam Ali talks about appreciating or giving credit to people who perform. Imam Ali understands the psychology of human beings, where a good teacher is not stingy when rewarding people for their hard work. Specifically, he talks about paying army officials and supporting their families in rough times. In short, Imam Ali advises his governor to never favor people based on partiality or favoritism, because these two things can cause injustice and corruption. This is one of the worst things when a person is appointed. Based on his relationship, Imam Ali warns against nepotism here. Among many advices, Imam Ali asks his governor to create an environment where a leader is open to constructive criticism, such as wanting to improve and communicate clearly to achieve goals for progress. Lastly, so that his nation would trust him and his decision-making skills. The leadership of Ali and his advice to his appointed governor, Malik al-Ashtar, is a masterpiece that gives a clear set of rules to establish an ethical and successful leadership. One of Imam Ali's goals was to eliminate all corruption within the government. Imam Ali knew he had to do this very carefully, because enemies of Islam might try to spark a civil war. Thank you.
MashaAllah, great job, Ihsan. Talking about Imam Ali, preparation on date of Shahadat. You did a great job. Inshallah, you will keep it up like this. And one more time, Lina did a beautiful recitation of Surah Asr. And now I will assist Dr. Fazana to please said Noha about Imam Ali.
Assalamu alaikum. Can you see my screen?
Yes, can you see your screen?
این خانه زاده حرم یا
Thank you, Sister Fazana, for sharing a beautiful Naha by these young kids. Inshallah, will be the soldiers of our Imam. And we pray for his fast appearance. Salawat. Now, just a reminder, after Maulana's speech will be few Nahas, and then program will start again at 10 o'clock for Dua Ibtida. And remember, tomorrow is the Snow Majlis lecture will start at normal time at 6:50 p.m. and with Tilawat, children's presentation, and Maulana's speech at 7:10. And by tomorrow is the big night of 23rd of Ramadan, and Amal will start inshallah at 10 o'clock. So hopefully Maulana will be joining us soon. Just a quick reminder, like Brother Kashif announced about donations yesterday. We still have expenses to meet for center and for the program, and our goal is about $8,000 to cover the expenses for Ramadan and some other expenses related to the programs throughout the year. So please donate generously. This is a month of Ramadan, month of Rahmat and charity, and everybody gets a lot more sawab and rewards when make donations during this month. So remember that, and please start mailing your checks. I posted the address yesterday on announcement group and Can City group. So please start doing that. We need to meet our goal of 8,000 by the end of Ramadan, inshallah. And just a quick reminder for all the brothers and sisters to make sure your mics are off during the program. And sometime I know it happens, and I have done it too mistakenly and muted the button. So just remember and make sure throughout the program that your mic is off. I think it's about time Rona can be joining any minute. And from tomorrow, he will start answering questions as well. Like he announced, he put a hold on the question answer session for the Majalis nights. But from tomorrow, inshallah, resuming, you can post your questions on Slido like he has instructed, and he will answer them. And you can post those questions anytime. You don't have to wait for the program. If we do in advance, he can look in advance and answer those questions when time permits. So inshallah, from tomorrow, we'll start question answer sessions as well. Just a quick reminder, the kids who are doing Quran recitation for competition, the last day to submit name is Sunday, but I heard few kids are targeting to finish the whole Quran in the month of Ramadan. I know it's not possible to finish the whole Quran by Sunday. So those who are trying to achieve that goal to finish the Quran, they can keep reciting, and hopefully they will finish by the end of the month, and their parents can let me know the name of those kids who finished the Quran by the 30th of Ramadan, and they will have a special prize for finishing the whole Quran. But the last date for submitting is Sunday, and the gifts and present will be based on the most read Quran, first, second, third prizes, and then some younger ones preparing to memorize some of the surahs. So have a special prize for those kids as well. So those kids who are trying to finish, they still have almost 10 more days to go, and that'll be a big achievement to finish the Quran in 1 month and get the blessings of not only reading the Quran, but also finishing it and reading on a daily basis to achieve that goal.
बर मोहम्मद वाली मोहम्मद बुलंदतर सलावत.
Sister Fazana, you want to start that now again?
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can play it. And then salawat. Allahumma salli ala.
اللهم صل على
Sister Fazana, are you playing?
I'm trying to playing it, just a second, because it doesn't play. Hold on.
Okay, can you do it, Sam? Because it looks like Sister Fazana having technical.
Yes, inshallah. मुजरे खल्क में इन आँखों ने क्या क्या देखा मुजरे खल्क में पर कहीं सिबते पैगंबर सना का देखा मुजरई खल्क ने मैंने देखा आलमे शाह को आलूदाए खून मैंने देखा आलमे शाह को आलूदाए खून अब्बास को बेजान लब दरिया देखा अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला मुहम्मद।
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. How are you?
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. How are you?
Alhamdulillah.
Sorry, a bit of technical difficulty until I was able to resolve it.
It happens. Alhamdulillah. Okay.
My condolences to everyone. Inshallah, we start with the salawat ala Muhammadin wa ala Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين العبد المؤيد والرسول المصدد المصطفى الأمجد المحمود الأحمد أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المكرمين سيما بقية الله في السماوات والأراضين واللعن الدائم على أعدائهم أعداء الله أجمعين من الآن إلى لقاء يوم الدين. قال الله تبارك وتعالى في القرآن الكريم وقوله الحق وهو أصدق الصادقين والسابقون السابقون أولئك المقربون في جنات النعيم ثلة من الأولين وقليل من الآخرين صدق الله العلي العظيم. Today is the 21st of the month of Ramadan, anniversary of the martyrdom of the commander of the faithful, Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali alayhi salatu wassalam. My condolences to the Imam of our time, to all of the Mu'mineen, and to those who love and follow the path of Ahlul Bayt and the path of Ali alayhi salam. To speak about the merits and qualities of Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali alayhi salam, it's something that has been done for years, and it will require even more than what already been said and written about him to get a glimpse of his character, his nobility and virtue. A man that his loss is loss for all humanity and for the Muslim Ummah. And today, not only children of Imam Ali alayhi salam were orphaned, but also Muslim Ummah, as Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Ana wa Ali abawa hadhihi al-ummah." Ali and I, we are the fathers of this Ummah. Today, the Ummah of the Prophet was orphaned, and the loss of someone like him is only noticeable to those who understand who he was and why, as followers of the school of Ahlul Bayt, his name is tied with our identity as a Muslim. We are a Muslim, which we are Shia, and with our Islam is tied with the name of Ali alayhi salam. It could be through his own bravery and his own legacy, or it could be through his children, Imam al-Hassan and Imam al-Hussein, or it could be through his living son, the Imam of our time, Imam Sahib al-Asr wal-Zaman. But one thing for sure is that Amir al-Mu'minin Ali alayhi salam, he paid a very hefty and big price in order to protect the message of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He and his family, Ahlul Bayt, they sacrificed a lot, including their own lives, for the sake of guidance of humanity and resisting against those who are looking to alter and change the course of the teachings of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. As we say, Ana Madinatul Ilmi wa Aliyun Babaha, Rasulullah said, I am the city of knowledge, and Ali alayhi salam is the gate. Said, فَمَنْ أَرَادَ الْمَدِينَةَ فَلْيَأْتِهَا مِنْ بَابِهَا. Today is Friday, and one of the statement in Dua Nudba is these part. And it's interesting, Dua Nudba, which is about the Imam of our time, and is about a dua and weeping for this firaq and separation between us and the Hujjat of Allah. There are very significant phrases of this dua are about Imam Ali alayhi salam. Even some of the ahadith and some of the verses of Quran regarding Amir al-Mu'minin Ali alayhi salam. Because the concept of Mahdawiyya will be incomplete and insufficient without understanding wilayat of Amir al-Mu'minin Ali alayhi salam. And Prophet said, I am the city of knowledge and Ali is the gate. If anybody who intend to come to the city of knowledge and benefit from this city, which is the Rasulullah, فَلْيَأْتِهَا مِنْ بَابِهَا, then you have to come through the gate. And this gate is Ali alayhi salam. So the function of every gate, especially when we talk about the ancient cities that they had gates at the beginning and entrance of the city, the function of that gate was, first of all, to stop certain enemies, oppositions, and foes from entering the city. And also it works as a protection. So the city of the knowledge of Rasulullah has a guard, a protector that is going to stop those who are unlawful or those who are therefore, as I said, they are foes and they have ill intentions to enter the city of the Prophet's knowledge. In another word, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's message, as we can even see it today, as is being an attack on a maternity and a month of Ramadan to innocent children and women. That's the way people try to hijack, alter and fabricate the message of the Prophet and mask their own evil intentions and desires through the teaching of the Prophet, in the name of the teaching of the Prophet. So that's why Amir al-Mu'minin alayhi salam's role is very significant. And we are blessed to be follower of the school of Ahlul Bayt, not only because we are Shia, but even if you look at it rationally, historically, and you try to use your own aql and reason, you will come to conclusion the most worthy and qualified path and option after Rasulullah is Ali alayhi salam. Ibn Abil Hadid is one of the Ahlul Sunnah. He's a Mu'tazili scholar who has a very detailed and elaborative commentary on Nahj al-Balagha. It's known as Sharh al-Nahj al-Balagha Ibn Abil Hadid. And there is an introduction to this commentary that he talks about the qualities of Imam Ali alayhi salam. And then he come to a point that he praised Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but with his own mentality that because from one side he looks at Nahj al-Balagha and see a glimpse of wisdom, that is the ocean of knowledge of Ali alayhi salam, and he cannot do anything but to admit to that greatness and eloquence and knowledge and wisdom. But from the other side, he has some prejudice, you could call, or some bias because of his school of thought that he's following. So when he's praising God, he said, Alhamdulillah alladhi taqaddama al-mafdhul ala al-fadil. Said, praise be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one who preferred the least qualified to the one who was most qualified. Taqaddam means that the one who brought forward, who chose first. Mafdhul means the one who has what we call considered qualities and merits, but is less than Fadil. Fadil is the one who has more. So he even admits that the qualities of Ali alayhi salam is not even comparable with any other companions of the Prophet. He was the most qualified, the most honorable. But that's the way he believed. That's why we were blessed to follow the path of Amir al-Mu'minin alayhi salam, because we're following the path of Quran and Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. These are things that you already know. These are again reaffirmation, just reviews, reminders. لِيَطْمَئِنَّ قَلْبِي, for assurance of the heart. That the path that we follow, the role model that we have, the Imam that we follow, we have to once for all come to that certainty that we follow this path not because of the decision our ancestors or our forefathers made for us to be Shia. Rather, that we came to this conclusion on our own terms, using our aql, using history, using those outlets that we have in our disposal to come to this conclusion that Aliyun ma'al haqq wal haqqu ma'a Ali. That the truth is with Ali alayhi salam and Ali alayhi salam was with the truth. Because when Quran said, Ati'u Allah wa ati'u Rasul wa ulil amri minkum, ita'at and obedience of Allah and obedience of the Messenger of God, and then there is those who are vested with authority. Who give them this authority? In our understanding of Quran, understanding of Islam, the same way messengers of God were not elected, same way Mahdi Ajjallah Ta'ala Faraj Sharif, which is a belief of all Muslims, the coming of Mahdi, is not going to be elected. He's a man who will be sent by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the same exact reasons. This ulul amr are not just based on people's decision or founding fathers' decision, is just an authority that only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has. And He will transfer that authority to His messenger, and then after the messenger to the one that He will choose. Then Quran continues in the same ayah. If it comes to the moment that tanaza'tum fi shay'in, that if you start a dispute, a disagreement, some form of conflict erupted, then go back to Allah and His messenger. Don't try to somehow justify yourself. Go back to Rasulullah, go back to Allah and see how they're helping you to resolve your dispute and your conflict. And Amir al-Mu'minin alayhi salam's teaching is one we think, what we know for sure. From Allama Amini's great work in Al-Ghadir to talk about how many companions and tabi'een, they narrated the event of Ghadir, and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in his first and final Hajj and pilgrimage announcing Amir al-Mu'minin, Man kuntu mawla fahadha aliyun mawla. But humanity is always capable of finding somehow deceiving, masking, cunning nature of some human beings is to undermine very straightforward statements. So today, on the 21st of Ramadan, let's take a look at some of the teaching of Amir al-Mu'minin Ali alayhi salam. Yesterday, we finished the subject on the merits of the Shia of Amir al-Mu'minin Ali alayhi salam and Ahlul Bayt according to the hadith from Al-Kafi. Today, I want to talk about some of the method of tarbiyah of Amir al-Mu'minin Ali alayhi salam. And what I mean by tarbiyah is that in order to refine ourselves, or even helping other people in the path of tarbiyah, refinement, upbringing. That could be our children, that could be people we deal with. They're important to keep in mind that our approach has to be logical, fair, and at the same time also with following the guidelines of Islam. We cannot just go ahead and do whatever we want and say whatever we want, and then we call that tarbiyah. That's why we have, unfortunately, people who use verbal abuse against their students, against their children, against their family members, and they think they're doing tarbiyah. When in reality, it will backfire and it will destroy even the amount of good work you could have been done. You could have done with your children. So that's why in the traditions of Ahlul Bayt and in the teachings of the Quran, for example, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Musa alayhi salam to Fir'aun, and he asked for an advisor. وَاجْعَلْ لِي وَزِيرًا مِّنْ أَهْلِي هَارُونَ أَخِي. Said, Ya Allah, رَبِّ اشْرَحْ لِي صَدْرِي وَيَسِّرْ لِي أَمْرِي وَاحْلُلْ عُقْدَةً مِّن لِّسَانِي يَفْقَهُوا قَوْلِي وَاجْعَلْ لِي وَزِيرًا مِّنْ أَهْلِي هَارُونَ أَخِي. These are the du'as that Musa alayhi salam is asking, my Lord, give me the ability, the strength to complete this mission. And if it's possible, give me an advisor, an assistant. And imagine Musa alayhi salam is asking Allah for an advisor to go to Fir'aun. How is that possible for a messenger of God to just announce Amir al-Mu'minin Ali alayhi salam as man kuntu mawla fa'adha aliyun mawla just because it's some kind of friendship? When Musa, a messenger of God who speaks with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, has to ask permission and ask for his own brother, which he is also another prophet of God, to accompany him. See, that's why we have to know Quran. The more we know about Quran, the more we know about Ahlul Bayt and their status. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepts the dua and the prayers of and the request of Musa alayhi salam, said, go to Fir'aun, but قُولَا لَهُ قَوْلًا لَيِّنًا. Go into Fir'aun, but talk to him with leniency, gently, layyin, softly. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that your approach should be this way with somebody in his position that is delusional, that he thinks he has powers that is beyond a human being, that he calls himself Lord, Rabb. So our approach in Quran, in the language of Quran, is that they're different. Sometimes we see the story of Yusuf alayhi salam, how forgiving he is toward his brothers. And then we come to the story of Nuh alayhi salam and his son. And Quran said, إِنَّهُ لَيْسَ مِنْ أَهْلِكَ, he's not your family. Sometimes it is family, you have to forgive. Sometimes you have to understand, because of your family, you should not drag yourself into decay and doing something that is against your principles and against your faith because of family either. So Quran give us all those examples that you're dealing with people, interaction with people should have proper methods. And it's something that you learn through experience, through learning, studying, trying, you will learn. Reflection. That's why Imam Ali alayhi salam said, لسان العاقل وراء عقله. وعقل الجاهل وراء لسانه. Something like that in that statement is, Imam Ali said that the difference between a fool and a wise is that the wise tongue is hidden behind its aql and reason and intellect. But a fool's tongue works first and then the intellect works. Means that first a wise and aql person, an intellectual, will think and then they will say something and do something. And fool, first they do something and say something, then they think about the repercussion, the consequences of what they've done or what they've said. So it requires, inshallah, in the path of tarbiyah, to learn about some of these methods. The first method in the teachings of Imam Ali alayhi salam in refinement in tarbiyah is the importance of tasheel. And what I mean by tasheel is the root of the word is sahl. Sahl means ease. And tasheel means to understand, don't be too difficult. Don't be too difficult. Don't be too hard in tarbiyah. So that's the first method of Amir al-Mu'minin Ali alayhi salam. In other words, understand that we cannot expect equally from everyone. There's a hadith by Imam Jafar al-Sadiq alayhi salam. Imam alayhi salam says that people's capacity, their capacity is not the same. Some people, they're sahmun, they have one share. Some people have two shares of when it comes to capacity, dharfiyya, endurance. Some people have two, some people have three shares. It means that there is a range of people's, when it comes to their comprehension, when it comes to their patience, when it comes to their physical ability, there are degrees of that. You should not enforce the same thing on everyone. That's why the hadith of Ahlul Bayt is كَلِّمِ النَّاسَ عَلَى قَدْرِ عُقُولِهِم. When you speak with people, your level of what you communicate and what you say should be based on their intellect. So that's why we have, for example, of somebody who asked Imam Sadiq alayhi salatu wassalam regarding, is it possible for God to create something very big, very vast, and at the same time place that in something very small? For example, is it possible to God create the earth and then place the earth inside an egg without changing the size? So when a Bedouin asked this question, somebody, as I said, their intellect was not to that degree of understanding a bit of complex arguments, philosophical arguments. Imam answered to the first person, yes, it is possible. Allah has that power. Look at your eyes, how small your eyes is, or how small your eyes are, and then look at the earth and you can see all that with your eyes. So in somehow that is without changing the proportion of your surrounding, you can see it and you can have it in your eyes. But when his students asked the same question, Imam alayhi salam said, no, it's not possible, not because of the inability of the creator, is because of the inability of the action to happen. Because that's what you're asking is illogical. For something to be as vast and great and to place in something very small, This is impossible. To exist is not the weakness of the Creator and Allah, rather is the improbability of the action of the event that you're asking for. For example, a wall to be white and black at the same time. For something to be, as I said, to place something which is bigger and something that is smaller. These are improbable, that is acceptable, impossible, that is accepted by all those who know reasons. So the answer of the Imam was based on the intellect of the people he was dealing with. That's why some people, they found Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in very simple arguments, and that's fine for them. La yukallifullahu nafsan illa wus'aha. Anyone's burden that they are carrying is based on their ability. Allah will not place something more than someone can handle. So when it comes to, we have the time of Imam Ali alayhi salam, one of the Ahlul Bayt, they asked this old woman that, do you believe in God? And she said, yes. So what's your reason? How do you believe? And why you believe that there is a God? And this woman was working with this mechanical machine to make threads. And as she was moving the handle, she stopped. She said, because I know if I don't move this handle, this thread is not going to exist. This machine is not going to work by itself. There is a handle. There is an enabler to do this. For this universe and this world, that everything is working and everything is happening, there should be a hand behind it, and that's Allah. That should be enough for someone with their ability, that with their intellect, that's what they want. It's not about that they're not intellectual, is that that's what is sufficient for them. But for some people, maybe they need more reason. Maybe they need to study more. Maybe they need to indulge in more complicated reasoning. So the step number one in method of tarbiyah is to understand people's capacity and take it easy on people. Don't compare people and don't place them in the same scale. Don't expect the same thing from everyone. Remember in our discussion on justice, we said justice is not equality. Justice is to place everything in the right place, in the worthy place, in a proper place. So for someone to expect and said, oh, why are you not more like your cousin? Or compare your husband, why you're not more like that guy? My sister's husband, why are you not like him? Or why are you not like my father? Or you compare your wife, why not like my mother, or why you're not like my sister, or my means in cooking, or in some skills, or in something. That comparison is to put people in a position that first it leads to jealousy, it leads to animosity, and also is not productive at all, is not going to make positive impact, is not going to encourage people. Because even if people do something in order to compete with someone else, their intention is an ill intention. So it's important in tarbiyah, in dealing with people, understand people's capacity. There is a hadith by Imam Ali alayhi salam. We have that. This hadith is a hadith that Imam was with Kumail ibn Ziyad, that we have this Dua Kumail of Imam Ali alayhi salam narrated by him, Kumail ibn Ziyad al-Nakha'i. So we have that Imam Ali was with Kumail and they left the city and they were in a desert. And in the desert, Imam alayhi salam gave Kumail some advices, including this. He said, Ya Kumail, إن هذه القلوب أوعية فخيرها أوعاها. Said Kumail, know that these hearts, these souls, they are containers, they are dharf, that they have certain capacity. Every container has a certain capacity. So our hearts and our soul are capacity. The best of these hearts, aw'aha, the more is your capacity, the bigger is this container of your soul. The more you can handle, the more you can endure, the better. That's the better soul. That's a better qalb and heart. So we have to understand people's capacity and don't burden them with something they cannot handle. Don't compare people with one another. Don't expect the same from everyone. But as a wise teacher, a wise parent, as someone that they know their children, they learn about their children. You have to observe, you have to talk, you have to engage to understand how they are. Not that you just come and you drop some kind of demand on them and then you move on with your life. You have to finish this, you have to do this. That's why we have the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. A man came to Rasulullah and said, I have a son, a young son. What should I do? Rasulullah said, send him to learn, seek knowledge, get education. And he came back and said, Ya Rasulullah, I sent and I tried, but he doesn't like education. He doesn't want to learn. And we're talking about this is not someone who's just, if you ask any average child, they don't want to learn. I'm not talking about that kind of learning. It means that he didn't show any talent to learn the subject. So I said, okay, if you tried and it was not the fault of the teacher and all that, then send them to learn a skill, a job. So we cannot expect the same thing from everyone. Oh, that person in the masjid memorized 5 juz of Quran. Why you're not memorizing? What's wrong with you? Why not more like him? This is not going to do any good for them. Rather, you put them in a place to start resisting and maybe even despise, because nobody wants to be humiliated. Nobody wants to be looked down upon. Sometimes you have to tell and you have to mention someone's flaws without involving someone else. Not because of someone else you have to memorize Quran. No, you can memorize Quran. Alhamdulillah, you have talents. That's the approach. I know you have the ability. I know you have the potential. I know you have the skills. And inshallah, you can do it. Don't waste your potential. That should be the approach rather than, oh, you should be more like your cousin. And we see in the teaching of Amir al-Mu'minin alayhi salam, there is a letter. I ask you, inshallah, to look at Nahjul Balagha and read the letter of Imam Ali alayhi salam to Imam Hassan al-Mujtaba alayhi salam. There are multiple letters. One of them is his letter to Imam Hassan. And read. See, look at the tone, look at the language of the Imam, how he's communicating with his son. And he's not a child. Imam Hassan at that time, he's a grown-up. He's an adult. But Imam al-Islam still, his communication has that compassion and kindness of a father. Second one, the second lesson and second method of Amir al-Mu'minin alayhi salam, when it comes to refinement, dealing, and that could be even with yourself or with others, is the importance of balance. First was about understanding people's capacity and the importance of ease. As Quran said, Inna Allah yuridu bikum al-yusr wa la yuridu bikum al-usr. Allah doesn't want unnecessary difficulty for you. Remember, life has difficulty. We're not saying that life has to be easy, never has to be any hardship. Life has difficulty. For example, when you look at academics, there's a bit of hardship in every stage as you advance. In high school, you have to take SAT, and then your SAT scores matters, and then you go to undergrad, and there's GPA, and GPA matters, and your other, whatever is the criteria for the major or the grad school, and there are then MCAT, GMAT, LSAT, all these different challenges and obstacles to go and advance to another level, and they are difficult. They're not meant to be easy. They're meant to refine. They're meant to make sure who's serious enough, who's dedicated enough. So when it comes to our spirituality and religion, it's the same concept. In order to advance, there are difficulties in life. But Quran said Allah doesn't want unnecessary difficulty. If there is a difficulty, it's something that you need. For example, when it comes to fasting, there's a difficulty that is necessary. An ability to exercise self-restraint and taqwa. It's not to lose weight. Fasting is not to, look at it as an intermittent fasting that others do. Is لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ, is to acquire self-restraint, self-control, virtue, and taqwa. That was the purpose. And at that time, if somebody look at every other teaching of the religion, what to eat, what not to eat, what to do, when to pray, when to wake up, everything has a purpose. Even that difficulty of waking up early in the morning for your Salatul Fajr for Subh has a purpose. That difficulty is meaningful. Allah doesn't want unnecessary difficulty. Allah doesn't want you to forbid yourself from the halal leisures of this life. There's halal pleasure and there's haram pleasure. The haram pleasure, that's difficulty that it is for your own benefit. But the second one is the importance of balance. That the hadith said, وَمَلْبَسَهُمُ الْإِقْتِصَادِ, the hadith said that quality of those who are pious is that their attitude, their habit, their style is style of moderation and balance. Iqtisad, qasd, is to stay away from ifrat and tafrit, is to stay away from excess or negligence. We have those who exceed, they're excessive in their behavior, and there are those people who are careless, indifferent, and negligent. Both are two extremes. But Quran wanted us to be the middle nation, the balanced nation. وَجَعَلْنَاكُمْ أُمَّةً وَسَطًا لِتَكُونُوا شُهَدَاءَ عَلَى النَّاسِ. Allah said, we made you to be the middle nation, the balanced nation. Not the nation that all they built is dunya, no akhirah, not the nation that they are monks and monkery and ruhbaniya and no responsibility in dunya, rather a balance of using dunya for a higher purpose and greater purpose. So that is the second method of Amir al-Mu'minin alayhi salam. He dealt with both of them, by the way. When he fought with Khawarij, he dealt with people who were, their mind was, so backward and limited and barbaric in the practice. That you see a lot of their ideology resembling in Khawarij of modern Khawarij of our time and Daesh or similar groups. Imam dealt with them and fought against this extreme and imbalance. And then you had the other imbalance, which is the imbalance of dunya, power, wealth, and which is Muawiyah. And Imam dealt with them too. And what he was looking was for balance, the middle path. So may Allah inshallah give us the tawfiq of remembering these two methods of Amir al-Mu'mineen. The method of Amir al-Mu'mineen means the method of Islam, the method of Quran, the method of the Prophet. Because the life of Ali alayhi salam is nothing but Quran and the Prophet's legacy, the Prophet's tradition and Sunnah. You will not find Ali alayhi salam go against the tradition of the Prophet. Other companions, they did, and they were proud of it. They innovated things after Prophet, but Ali never. Ali alayhi salam is an obedient follower of Allah and the Messenger of Allah. There's a description said the same way a she-camel would follow His mother, that's the way I was following Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam everywhere to learn from him. That I was always ready to put his life in the Battle of Uhud. When others were running away, he was there to put his life at risk. When he was to sleep in the bed of the Prophet, when he was to confront Amr ibn Abdud in the Battle of Khandaq, when it could be in the Battle of Khaybar, when the battle is locked. Everywhere you see Ali following footsteps of the Prophet. So inshallah, these two methods, which is the method of the Islam, the method of Quran and method of the Prophet, may Allah inshallah give us the tawfiq of them. Once again, tasheel. Don't be difficult people. Unnecessary difficulty is nothing good about it. Unnecessary. There's sometimes necessary difficulty which we need to go through in order to get better in advance. You cannot be lazy and say, oh, I don't want to study, I don't want to be difficult, and I'm going to let this test, I don't care if I'm going to pass or not. Sometimes difficulty is needed for dunya and akhirah. Ali alayhi salam goes through difficulty. He's going to spend time on the farm and sweat. It's not easy to be in the battle. It's not easy to go in the middle of the night and help the orphans. But he's not going to waste his effort with unnecessary difficulty. If Allah made it halal, is halal. If Allah made it haram, is haram. Don't change the roles and places. And secondly, is about balance. It's about moderation. In every aspect of life, it could be in the way we talk, amount we talk. Even we have in the hadith, Imam alayhi salam said, don't go to extreme, don't exaggerate in your compliments, and don't go too far in your criticism. Both are destructive. When you compliment, unnecessary compliment, you push people toward arrogance. They think, oh, I didn't do anything and I got so many compliments. But at the same time, don't do too much criticism either, that you push them to the brink of stubbornness and lajaja either. Balance in every aspect of life. May Allah inshallah grant us tawfiq of following the message of Ahlul Bayt, message of the Quran and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, inshallah. Today is a day that the body of Amir al-Mu'minin Ali alayhi salam was surrounded by his family. Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam, Abu al-Fadl Abbas, Zainab, Kulthum salamullah alayhima, is a day that we mentioned out of concern for Khawarij and their disrespect toward the grave of Imam Ali alayhi salam. In the middle of the night, secretly, the body of Amir al-Mu'minin was buried, and for years the grave of Amir al-Mu'minin was in secret. Only a few knew about the whereabouts of the grave. But after the burial, we have that Imam Hassan alayhi salam, he came to the Masjid of Kufa. He is the living Imam now. And once he saw the place of his father, where his father used to sit and used to pray, وَبَكَى بُكَاءً شَدِيدًا, Imam Hassan began to cry, start to weep, and the people accompanied Imam Hassan alayhi salam in the loss of the commander of the faithful. So we have that the masjid was filled with the sound of wa imama, wa aliya. And he looked at people, said, people, I want to let you know. He said, we buried my father, but I want to let you know my father did not leave a lot from this dunya. and all he left the Khalifa Muslimin or Imam of the time was 700 dirham.
No.
700 dirham. And people, my father left this dunya, which is the same night that Isa alayhi salam ascended to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Mi'raj of Isa alayhi salam that night. And people came and comforted Imam Hassan. One by one they came and they gave their greeting and they honored their respect. They offered the respect to the Imam Ali alayhi salatu wasalam and his family. This is the way that Imam Hassan, after the shahada of his father, was treated by people. But years later, when Imam Zain al-Abidin alayhi salam, after Karbala, he came to the same city, he came to Kufa. And this is after he lost his father, he lost his uncles, he lost his brothers, he lost his cousins. One musibah upon musibah. He came to the city of Kufa and he looked at people and said, people, if you don't know who I am the grandson of the Prophet. Oh people, if you don't know who I am, Anabnu Makkata Amina. I am the son of Mecca. I am the son of Mana, Safa and Marwa. If you don't know who I am the grandson of Ali ibn Abi Talib. And you know what you've done to his son of Ali. I am the son of the one that his head was separated from his body. I'm the son of the one who was killed thirsty. I'm the son of the one that whose 6-month-old child was martyred before his eyes. Assalamu alayka ya Amir al-Mu'mineen. Ya Ali ibn Abi Talib, Ya Hujjat Allah ala khalqih. يا سيدنا ومولانا إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله. Imam Zain al-Abidin introduced himself to the people of Kufa. People of Kufa began to cry. We have that the city of the Kufa was filled with the sound of the tears and cryings of the Kufans. Ya Rasulallah, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, at least when they placed your body inside the grave, they were able to wrap you in a kafan, they performed your ghusl. But when Imam Zain al-Abidin alayhi salam, he returned to bury the body of his father, Abu Abdullah al-Husayn, he looked at the dismembered body of his father. Ya Allah, he placed the body of Sayyid al-Shahada in a buriya. He was not able to carry the body. He will pick up the body and another limb will fall. They placed the body of Sayyid al-Shahada in a buriya. They wrapped it around and they placed it inside the grave. Abu Abdullah al-Husayn's son, Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam, placed his lip on the severed veins of the head of Abu Abdullah. Assalamu alayka ya Abu Abdullah وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك عليك مني سلام الله أبدا ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار ولا جعله الله آخر العهد مني لزيارتكم. السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين. Ya Allah, by the honor of Amir al-Mu'minin Ali alayhi salam, grant us shafa'ah, intercession of Ahlul Bayt and Amir al-Mu'minin. By the honor of Amir al-Mu'minin, bestow your mercy and your forgiveness upon all of us during these nights of Qadr and month of Ramadan. By the honor of Amir al-Mu'minin, grant our marid and those who are sick by quick shifa and complete healing. By Allah, by the honor of Amir al-Mu'minin, forgive the soul of all of our marhumin, our amwat, our fathers and mothers who passed away. May Allah bless their soul. Wa ila arwah al-mu'min wal-mu'minat, for the soul of them and for the shifa of all of those who requested dua. Let's recite Surah Fatiha with the salawat ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Please keep me in your du'as during these nights, and may Allah inshallah accept all of our a'mal by the honor of Amir al-Mu'minin inshallah.
Thank you, Sheikh. Jazakallah khairan.
Jazakumullah. Thank you.
کوفے میں جو ایک غم کی فضا چھائی ہوئی ہے، کوفے میں جو ایک غم کی فضا چھائی ہوئی ہے، کب ہے در کرار کی رخصت کی گھڑی ہے، کیا زینب و کلثوم کو سمجھائے گا کوئی، کیا زینب و کلثوم کو سمجھائے گا کوئی، کھاتی ہے پچھاڑے کہ قیامت کی گھڑی ہے، اب ہے در کرار کی رخصت کی گھڑی ہے، کیا درد کی شدت ہے کہ سنبھلا نہیں جاتا، کیا درد کی شدت ہے کہ سنبھلا نہیں جاتا، مولا کے تڑپنے سے فضا کا رہی ہے، اب ہے در کرار کی رخصت کی گھڑی ہے، رو رو کے بیاں کرتی ہے یہ ثانی زہرا، رو رو کے بیاں کرتی ہے یہ ثانی زہرا،
Alexa, turn on the light.
بابا قیامت کی گھڑی ہے ہنسنے ہے بے حال تو کلثوم ہے گریا ابا سے علمدار کو ہچکی سی لگی ہے روزے پبلا لیجیے اب اپنے علی کو مولا اسے اب صبح ہو مسافر یہی ہے اب ہے در کرار کی رخصت کی گھڑی ہے یا حسین
یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین مومنو ہے در کرار کا ماتم کر لو مومنو ہے در کرار کا ماتم کر لو ہاں محمد کے علم دار کا ماتم کر لو مومنو ہے در کرار کا ماتم کر لو خاک اڑاؤ کہ علی شیر خدا مارے گئے خاک اڑاؤ کہ علی شیر خدا مارے گئے بازوئے احمد مختار کا ماتم کر لو بازوئے احمد مختار کا ماتم کر لو مومنو ہے
در کرار کا ماتم
جو کہ پانچوں میں بھی ہے 12 اماموں میں بھی ہے جو کہ پانچوں میں بھی ہے 12 اماموں میں بھی ہے سارے نبیوں کے مدد گار کا ماتم کر لو سارے نبیوں کے
مدد گار کا ماتم
کر
کر
لو
لو مومنو ہے در
کرار
کا ماتم
کر لو مل کے جبریل کے استاد کا پرسا دے دو مل کے جبریل کے استاد کا پرسا دے دو صاحب دل و تلوار کا ماتم کر لو مومنو ہے در
کرار کا ماتم کر لو
اپنے قاتل کو دیا جس نے کہ جام شیریں اپنے قاتل کو دیا جس نے کہ جام شیریں کوثری جام کے مختار کا ماتم کر لو کوثری جام کے مختار کا ماتم کر لو مومنو ہے در کرار کا ماتم کر لو اللہم صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم
یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین نکلا ہے جنازہ کوئی اللہ کے گھر سے نکلا ہے جنازہ کوئی اللہ کے گھر سے افلاک میں ایک شور ہے ماتم کے اثر سے افلاق میں ایک شور ہے ماتم کے اثر سے، افسوس کہ مسجد میں نمازی گیا مارا، افسوس کہ مسجد میں نمازی گیا مارا، کچھ کم نہیں یہ حشر قیامت کے اثر سے، کچھ کم نہیں یہ حشر قیامت کے اثر سے، نکلا ہے جنازہ کوئی اللہ کے گھر سے، زینب سے یہ کہہ دو کہ وہ دل کھول کے روئے، ارے زینب سے یہ کہہ دو کہ وہ دل کھول کے روئے، شبیر کی ہمشیر ہے رونے کو نہ ترسے، شبیر کی ہمشیر ہے رونے کو نہ ترسے، نکلا ہے جنازہ کوئی اللہ کے گھر سے، عباس ذرا زینب مزتر سے خبردار، عباس ذرا زینب مزتر سے خبردار، فریاد میں ہٹ جائے نا چادر کہیں سر سے، فریاد میں ہٹ جائے نا چادر کہیں سر سے، نکلا ہے جنازہ کوئی اللہ کے گھر سے، ہاں بھولنا جانا انہیں کوفے کے مکینوں، ہاں بھولنا جانا انہیں کوفے کے مکینوں، گزریں گی یہ شہزادیاں اس راہ گزر سے، گزریں گی یہ شہزادیاں اس راہ گزر سے، نکلا ہے جنازہ کوئی اللہ کے گھر سے، شبیر کو یاد آ گئی خود اپنی سکینہ، ارے شبیر کو یاد آ گئی خود اپنی سکینہ، زینب کو ہٹایا گیا جب لاش پدر سے، ارے زینب کو ہٹایا گیا جب لاش پدر سے، نکلا ہے جنازہ کوئی اللہ کے گھر سے، یاد آ گیا زینب کو وہ پہلو شکستہ، ارے یاد آ گیا زینب کو وہ پہلو شکستہ، رومال ہٹایا گیا بابا کے کہ جو سر سے رومال ہٹایا گیا بابا کے جو سر سے نکلا ہے جنازہ کوئی اللہ کے گھر سے افلاک میں ایک شور ہے ماتم کے اثر سے محمد وآل محمد صلوات اللہم صلی علی محمد وآل محمد
Son, you're doing the Zarat?
السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله السلام عليك يا ابن رسول الله السلام عليك يا ابن أمير المؤمنين وابن سيد الوسيين السلام عليك يا ابن فاطمة الزهراء سيدة نساء العالمين السلام عليكم سائر شهداء كربلاء خصوصا سيدي مولاي أبا الفضل العباس ابن أمير المؤمنين السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته السلام عليك يا غريب الغرباء السلام عليك يا معين الضعفاء والفقراء السلام عليك يا سلطان يا أبا الحسن يا علي بن موسى أيها الرضا السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته السلام عليك يا صاحب العصر والزمان السلام عليك يا شريك القرآن السلام عليك يا إمام الإنس والجان عجل الله تعالى فرجك وسهل الله تعالى مخرجك وزهورك السلام عليك وعلى آبائك الطيبين الطاهرين السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته صلوات اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد.
Inshallah, just remember to join us for Dua Iftitah at 10 o'clock, inshallah.